Hello, strong people. Week 4, day 1 of All-American Pro-Am Prep. We are less than 2 weeks out. So this week's kind of a deload. Next week's like the full deload. And then we go for that pro card. We got log today, few singles, it's like 2 to 5 singles maybe. I don't remember exactly. Around 350. I think it's like 345. But we got that. We're going to warm up with some of the behind the neck stuff. And then I think I have something else after log, but I don't remember what it is. But after that, it's pretty much log, one accessory, and done, I think. I could be wrong. But I'd be lying if I felt like I was fully mentally invested in this show, which is a problem. Because I can't go into a Pro-Am not fully invested. It's kind of my own fault. Whenever they announced that regionals got an America's Strongest Man invite, I went fully focused in on that. And then since I won and qualified for America's Strongest Man, it's been hard to not put that at the forefront of my brain. Mainly because it's just what I'm planning for, literally, like the hotels and the plane and the rental car, whatever else. That's what I've been thinking about. But we got all that stuff booked, so I can kind of put that to the back of the brain. Try my best to focus on this show, because I'm going to need to be fully invested. Yeah. It's weird for me doing heavy shows back to back like this. I've not done this before. I guess it's all relative, so it's not really true. But I feel good. It's not like I feel bad. It's just, I put a lot of mental energy into each show. The build-up over like 8 to 12 weeks, that gets me like in the headspace for it. It's hard to do whenever you're like one show and then 4 or 5 weeks on another show. But that's how it goes sometimes. So I like the challenge of competing at a higher level show like a Pro-Am with a little bit less of a prep, a little bit maybe not as mentally invested as I could be. But I think that's going to change this week and next week. It's going to kind of hit me that I'm competing at a Pro-Am for my pro card, because I want that thing so bad. Getting invited to America's and then the Arnold is cool, but having a pro card, being able to go back every single year, that's a little bit cooler. Something else going on. My central air at my house is broke. Or at least breaking. It kind of crapped the bed a little bit there on Saturday. So it's been 80 degrees in the house for the last 2 days. 3 days if you count today. But my buddy owns an HVAC company. I think it's K&M Mechanical. I need to check on that. I'm going to advertise him in this video. So he came out today, charged it up, did what he could to make it at least, run without. It needs replaced. That's really what it boils down to. And I am not willing to fork out like $8,000 to $10,000 on a unit right this second. So, especially not right now at the end of summer. It's like mid-August, but whatever. So, we're just going to kind of limp through the end of the year and then worry about it next year. But it's not ideal when you're a super heavyweight strongman and it's 80 degrees inside your house. So hopefully it works at least a little bit better. If not, we'll just throw in some window units. I have several. Because I meal prepped last night. It was like 85 degrees in the house, which is not fun. But yeah, I appreciate him coming out so quickly. But I'm definitely going to advertise him. I'm going to make sure I get the name of his company right. I'm going to say it several times. So this is free advertising. He didn't pay me to say this. I'm actually paying him to work. So however that works. But that's enough talk. I think there's something else I was going to say, but I can't remember what it was now, so it probably wasn't that important. So let's do some behind the neck press, and then we'll hammer out some log here. the neck press went suspiciously well. I don't know if you can tell by my facial expressions, but I'm like, why does this feel weightless right now? Of course, that 275 range is kind of where it feels still really good, but some of those felt effortless. Surprising. It gave me confidence with behind the neck press, which I don't. It's like a 75-25 type of thing. So 75% chance I do push press, 25% chance I do behind the neck. I just feel like I'm so far ahead in push press, I just don't know. But if I can do that repeatedly, then I don't know. But the thing is, I think that was easy, and then I do a regular push press, and it's just the same, if not easier. So I don't know. But I need to not think about that too much right now because I have a Pro-Am in 2 weeks. So log was fine. It was light enough. Not light. I mean, it's 350. I can't sleep on that weight. Yeah, I don't know. It was okay. Each rep felt a little bit different. I did 3 singles. The first 2, I did something a little bit different on. Something else. I'll mention this too. 300 pounds before, that was my last jump before 350. I was like, all right, that didn't feel great. So I actually threw on my lifters and tried that. Did a rep at that, and I was like, that was miserable. I took them right back off, threw my Converse back on. I'm not saying that in the long run all these shoes aren't better. I've never been able to really get comfortable in them. With that being said, I've not really pushed them. I've just used what I'm comfortable with. So, God, my knee sleeves are so gross. I just used what I was comfortable with, which isn't necessarily the best plan in strongman, because you're going to be uncomfortable in this sport. There are an endless amount of events that you can end up doing. So you're going to be uncomfortable all the time. In the off season, I may try to use my Olympic lifting shoes more. I don't know. I don't like them. Maybe I don't have a nice pair. Like, I got these for like $30 off of Facebook. Some guy didn't want them anymore. Maybe if I got a pair that felt better, it just feels like I'm wearing bricks on my feet. So I don't know. But yeah, I tried it for a singlet 300, and my legs felt completely disconnected from the press. So rather than mess with something this close to the show, I just threw my regular shoes back on and went with it. First couple reps at 350 were fine. And then I had the idea in the back of my head. I'm like, my positioning is different for strict press. So what I've noticed is when I strict press, I don't have that log like jammed into my neck. Oh, excuse me. I kind of have it a little bit lower on the chest. Like I'm pressing from a high incline position. I'm not pressing from like here. I'm pressing from like here. So now I can't completely do that because if I do, I'm not going to be able to press into my legs. It's an awkward position. It doesn't really work for me, at least that I've noticed. So the first 2 sets, I had the log jammed up into my neck. And the leg drive felt good, but the finish on the press still felt a little weird. And then that last set, I kind of let the log not be so up into my neck. I gave a little bit of space. Leg drive was worse, but the press itself had a better finish to it. So if I can somehow combine them to where I have good leg drive good leg drive, and then a strong finish in the press, then that's perfect. But they felt, the first ones had good leg drive. The last one had not great leg drive and a better finish on the press. So I don't know. I'm going to send this to my coach, of course, and see what he says. But I don't know. I'm kind of at a little mental block it feels like with log a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's quite clicking. But my coach kind of gave me a cue because I've been complaining about like whenever I get the push press and the log is off my chest, I have a hard time getting my triceps involved. I just kind of throw the log up and then it's there, and then I almost catch it and press it out if I'm lucky enough. When it gets heavy enough, I can't do that because I'm catching it too low. If I'm catching it too low, then that weight is already on its way back down. I'm not going to be able to catch 400 pounds on the way down and press it back up, most likely. So he told me to pretend it's like the end of a Viper press, which, yeah, that makes sense. I liked it in concept. I don't know if I was able to put it into practice as well as I could have, because it just felt, I don't know, it's kind of a hard cue to use, I think. I like it in concept, but I don't know if I practiced it, I used it as well as I could have. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much. I don't want to think about it too much because this is like the last time I'm touching log. I think I have maybe really light log next week. So I just got to not think about it and just do it. Just press. Whatever I got, I got. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. But I think I have double dumbbell rows next. No pause. So just to give you guys more content, I'll probably record that because this far out of the show, there isn't a whole lot to put out there. So we'll move on to that. All right. That's it for today. I didn't record every set of that, but you get the idea. Probably should have set that up a little bit better. I kept kind of bashing the dumbbell on the trap bar that I still have lying out. So, I shouldn't have sat down. I gotta get up in like 2 seconds to go inside. I don't even know what else to say. It wasn't a bad session. All the work's pretty much done at this point, so I just got to trust that I'll be ready on game day. You know what? I am glad that I'm not doing the OSG online qualifier because I think I would suck at it. I just don't. What I just did today for singles, that would have been the goal for the 5 rep max in the online qualifier, clean and press every rep. I've done 345 for 5, so it's possible. I need to go back and watch my old log videos because that 345 for 5, I know that's not like overly impressive. I mean, it was at the time. I mean, I won the event at Nationals with that outright. There was quite a few people at 4, if I remember, and I was the only one at 5. So I can't say it wasn't overly impressive, but it's hard to look back at that and then compare it to doing 380 for reps at OSG. Obviously, I only got 2. I should have had 3. Would have been great, but it just wasn't there. Those logs were tough. That's no excuse, though. Everybody had the same logs, so. But 345 for 5. Like, there's something different about how I do log in a competition, I swear. Log always feels better in a show. It's hit or miss in training a lot of the time. I think too much about it because it's hit or miss. As soon as something doesn't quite feel right for me, I'm immediately trying to figure out what's wrong with it. And sometimes it's just that day. It's, sometimes there's nothing. Sometimes I just need to just not worry about it and just do the lift. Because, log is usually a pretty good event for me. Like I hit 350 for 3 no problem at Iron Grizzly. I had 5 or 6 in me, I think, that day. I don't know. I need to compare videos. Sometimes I think I dip too much. I'm trying to get a lot of leg drive in it, but I think I'm dipping too much and throwing the center balance off, whatever. I think I just need to focus on more like a short, quick drive. Because Big Z, Zadrunas Savickas, obviously he's monster strong statically. I still say Eddie Hall was stronger statically, strongest static lifter of all time. I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't think it is, but I stand on that. But Big Z's press, he did a very quick pop, and then finished with his shoulders. I feel like I do that in competition, but I don't really do that in training. I think I try to get too much leg drive in. Well, I don't want to say too much leg drive. I think I dip too far. I think I could get better leg drive if I didn't dip as far. And these are just guesses. I need to really compare old videos to new videos to see exactly what's going on. If anything's going on, it could just be me right now. So, I feel like there was something else I was going to say again. I don't remember now. I don't know. Oh, the Shaw Open, Shaw Classic, Strongest Man on Earth, whatever you want to call it, is on this weekend. So that'd be fun. It's so heavy. I cannot wait to see. I'm anxious to see the Open too. I don't know who's all competing. I'm pretty sure Zach Price is, who is an absolute monster. I don't know who else is competing, but whoever is probably going to have a hard time with him because he's legit. Didn't have the best showing at the Arnold Pro-Am. Not bad, but not great. And then he did very well at, did he win the Rainier this year? I think he won it. I'll have to remember, but that dude is an animal, so pretty sure he's going. I know someone else, Obringer's going. He'll be, if he can put it together, he's kind of reminds me like a Singleton. Pretty amped up, maybe a little bit erratic. But he's a monster too. So I'm anxious to see those guys go against each other if they're both competing, which I'm pretty sure they are. I'm not even talking about just myself now. I'm just rambling on about strongman stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. OSG just released 2 of their events, frame carry and log. Frame carry for my class is 810 pounds down and back, 50 feet each way. That's heavy. That's legitimately heavy, especially for down and back. If it was down, some people are going to sprint with that. Other people will not be able to pick it. That's just kind of how it goes. But the log I like. I forget the weights exactly. There's 3 this year instead of 2. I think there's maybe a 320, 350, and then a 400. Maybe something like that. But there's a 360. I don't remember, but the third log is 400. So that is crazy. I don't think there's only been a couple shows that have a 400 plus pound log for reps. The Arnold and the Shaw, the Strongest Man on Earth, I think. I don't think Giants has ever done a 400 for reps. I could be wrong. I don't know about older shows like Fortissimus or anything like that. So in recent years, I don't think there's been a 400 plus pound log for reps in a show other than the Arnold or Strongest Man on Earth. So that is insane. Makes me wish I was going. It's dumb for me to do that. Vegas is probably Vegas will definitely be my last show until the Arnold next year. So I know what I was going to say. I really hope this off season I'm just able to build more. I want to build a bigger squat and not hurt myself. Knock on wood. I got to go knock on some wood. There we go. But build a bigger squat. I really want to squat 700, which is 100 pounds over my best PR, which doesn't say a whole lot because I don't free squat ever. It's always box squatting. It's meant as an accessory for my deadlift and press. But I would love to just do regular squats for a while because I'm not good at it. But I also want to build a bigger deadlift. I don't know where my deadlift is right now because it's been all side handle stuff. So I guess I'll find out for America's because it is axle deadlift medley there, which I'm assuming that last bar is probably going to be, 800 plus pounds. Maybe not. I'll have to go back and check because they had a deadlift medley not too long ago, a couple years back. Or was that last year? I don't remember, but I'll have to check. Curious to see what the weights are on those because I'm guessing it's going to be somewhat close, but a little bit lower just because axle's harder. So, all right, I've talked enough about random strongman stuff. So until next time, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.